Hey guys, Gear 182 here. We're actually doing a video. Can you believe it? What year is it? Um, what are we it's like we have nothing to talk about. We're just gonna sit here and talk about our day. How's your day, Stefan?
Yeah, it's been okay. Took my daughter to gymnastics this morning. It was good. How was yours?
Yeah, weather's pretty great. Washed my car in the beautiful weather. Anyways, we're actually here to talk about the funny guy everybody loves. Name is Tom, that posted up a guitar for a couple of minutes for sale on his Instagram. Where do I DM him? How can I buy this, Stefan? What do I do now? What happened?
Well, I was sitting, I was laying in, honestly in bed. It was 4 o'clock in the afternoon my time, but just laying in bed, just browsing social media, and then I get a notification of, it was like, did you see this? It was a message from one of our listeners, and so I look, and then immediately went to Tom's page, and I was like, there's no way that this is real. Like, I looked at the account 3 times just to see if this was actually Tom's, like, legitimate account. And like, trying to process this all in real time, right? So I was like, well, I've never seen these pictures before. Like, these must be legit. And then, well, maybe half an hour later, it got taken down. But the his message on there was, selling this. It was burned by myself or relicked by myself or whatever it was. Highest bid so far, 13,000 USD. DM me offers and I'll get somebody to get back to you. So first of all, his DMs aren't even open.
His DMs are on. Yeah, his DMs are totally off. You can't even message the guy.
But I think it was more of a spur of the moment kind of thing. From what I was told, it was, he was in the studio at his house, looked around, saw how many guitars he had, thought, this is too many, you know what, I gotta start whatever, and jumped the gun and started doing it without, I think, really getting down to how is this like more possible to do. But
just grabbed one of the most iconic ones of the last like 15 to 20 years and is like, yeah, this will work, why not? And let's just sell this through our social media Instagram page, and
we're good to go. Good to go.
And that's fine. That'll be a great way to make a sale like this.
I couldn't believe that.
Funny. I was so glad that you grabbed the pictures. If you want to see them, Stefan posted them on Gear, and I knew this post was going to come down. I knew that this was like, this can't be the way that, expensive guitars are sold.
Like, so one of the messages, and I know Brian can agree with this, that one of the big messages that we constantly get is, where can I get a Tom DeLonge guitar played by Tom, not an artist, not a a parts caster that you bought off of whatever. Where can I get one that was specifically Tom's? And realistically, I think we got spoiled a little bit. Brian, you and I talk about this quite a bit too. Is that because there was the Delegacy sale and the reissued sale, and I mean, I have, I can attest that it's now a possibility to get one. But after the Delegacy sale, we thought, okay, well, there's no way he's going to, especially during the whole before coming back to Fender phase, because he only has right now 12 Gibsons, from his 12 signature Gibsons still. So I thought, well, there's no way he's going to get rid of any of them because he needs them. But now that Fender has been giving him so many Starcasters, he doesn't need the Gibsons as much anymore.
Yeah, and I have to put the disclaimer, this is all just my thoughts. It has, I'm wrong all the time. There's no evidence of this. But it kind of feels like back when we were hearing that Gibson wouldn't give him more guitars, that this is almost like a flex from Fender that's like, oh yeah, you wouldn't give him more? Here's 12 Starcasters, and then Tom's just like, I don't want these Gibsons, take them, get them out of my house, because Fender's stepped up and, made this big deal happen. And I don't know, man, like, I do miss the times before you could buy the gear from your artists. Like, it's cool to own it, and don't get me wrong, it's a dream to have it, and I've owned a few, but like, I miss the days when it was like I got super excited about replicas and like people were matching the colors and like doing like Alan does with the bases and they were
Yeah.
just like so perfect. And it's like we live in a world now where that's not good enough. Like you can't make a replica anymore. You got to have the real thing. People are like, I want the actual one that
Yeah.
Tom used and played and loved. And it's just made it harder to enjoy them, and
From a
when you could
community
make replicas
perspective too, right?
hundreds.
Yeah,
What's that?
from a community perspective too, right? Because I mean, there's the Reddit page also. There's our own
Hmm.
Discord. There is there's so many different avenues where people can see people having legit owned gear, especially from from the band, and it does take away if somebody posts. Because I mean, if you look at the Reddit, the the subreddit page, it's every day it's always look at my new parts cast that I made. Look at, and it's the same thing over and over,
Yeah.
which is
Or
I still think cool. It's awesome that people are still doing that, but
yeah.
people do because that that Wizard of Oz veil has been lifted, and you're able to actually see that these are like, look, some 41s next week that you can get some gear owned from the guys from them. There's the you showed me that the Limp Bizkit. So there's so many different marks in it. Tom's done it. Billy Joe. I mean, like, all these people have done it. Like it's now not out of the realm of possibilities that you can own something
Right.
from these guys, which is amazing. And then it also takes away from a lot of the other things because it could just, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
We talk
that
a
guitar
lot
that I
about
got
it.
painted in 2008 to look like Tom's Black Gibson. When I would post it, like people would just be like, "Is this owned by him? Is this his?" It's like, "Oh, it's not. I don't care." So it's just like it's taken people to a new
It
level,
has, yeah.
and it's like honestly, this guitar I played Tom's guitars. This plays and feels better than his. It's in better condition, and it's the same kind of guitar, but it doesn't matter. You need the one,
The
and
one,
so
yeah.
it gets
I gotcha.
competitive, man, and these guys can get pretty cutthroat about it.
Yeah, and going back to what the episode was, he did post that this is there, and now it brings up the question: is this now on the horizon of there now being a Delegacy 2 sale? He does have 12 Gibsons that he currently has. Is he ever going to use these 12 Gibsons again? I mean, not all of them. There's no way. I don't think he'd ever use all of them again. It's like the Fenders. He still has them, but I'd love to really know when was the last time he picked up the black I Feel So Strat, or like the white with like the Pyramid and They Strat. Like I don't think he picks them up. Um, so
Yeah.
you and I've talked numerous times about, okay, well, hypothetically, if this was to happen, what would get you excited if something got posted or whatever for up for grabs? Um, and again, it's all hypothetical. This is just like a wish list more than anything.
I'm gonna
But
have this yard sale, and I'm gonna pick what I want.
yeah, exactly. But let's just go like you're like the top three for you, Brent. What would the top three, if the list is there, all of the Gibsons. So I for the listeners that like want to know which ones he has left, I made a nice little notes of all of them with the pictures and stuff too. I'm lame, I know. So
Wow.
the ones he has left is the white one, for Gibsons anyways, the white one that he posted yesterday or 2 days ago. The all black with the black stripe, the all natural with the natural with the black stripe. He
Yeah.
has two of the original Gibsons that he had from '03, from the Entitled, with the white, we call them the white tagged Gibsons, but the white serial numbers. After those four, they all became like the orange serial numbers that you see in the F holes. He has two of them that are white. One has a Freemason car emblem thing on it. The other one is the single coil that's in there. He has one that is all white with black splatter coming down the back of it, with a little bit of like lime green on one of the horns. He has the black with the blue splatter that you saw on the last Angels tour. He has the blue with the orange drip that he had in the to the Star store. He has the all white with the lime green drip splatter from Kiss and Tell video. And then he has the two new one of them I think is called just To the Stars guitar, which is with the 2 red stripes on the back, and then I think the other one's called Mellow Yellow, which is the black and yellow checkerboard on there. That was the black with the orange strip before, and then he has the original prototype with the orange stripe. So there's some heavy hitters in this. And before he posted that thing on a couple days ago, I never even thought that the white one with the black stripe would even be on that list. But in a hypothetical world, because he did post that, I mean, it tells me that maybe nothing is off the table. So let's play the wish game, right? So for you, Brian, out of the ones that I mentioned, if you want, I can redo it for you, Brian. If you want me to retell you all those guitars.
Yeah, I'm good.
Which one? What are your top 3 that you would really be excited for? That was up there. That and again, money, whatever. Let's just say you had the money, everything's there. But what would be the top 3 that you would be?
We're only talking about the Gibsons.
Just the Gibsons, yeah.
I just want to say my Blink Holy Grail, Scully, the pink bass, and I'm not even a bass player. That is my number 1. And then it would be probably the black on black Gibson, because I've gotten 2 painted so far. And I would just love to play that guitar in person and to see what the real one's like compared to the 2 I've had painted. But that would just probably be it, just because I feel like it's fitting. Yeah. And then the other black stripe ones, just because they're so unique, they're so custom. The black and white one has custom binding. It's black binding down the neck with the black fret nibs. Like, everything on it is custom. No serial number, no orange sticker, black pickup ring, black knob. Like, that thing is special. But I still think I'd choose the black on black just because of my history with it. And then, of course, the natural black. My honorable mention is probably the Proto one, because even though people are like, I don't have a video of him playing it, it's just like, it's so special. It has the stripe down the back, and it continues all the way down the neck. Mm-hmm. And so it's got the unique bridge on there that you've never seen on any other hollow, at least most of them. And it's, of course, got the chrome knob and the Proto DF pickup in there. So those would be mine if I was being picky, but obviously it's just for fun. It's like...
Yeah, I honestly, those are the exact 3 that I would pick as well. They're more, for me, it just, when I think of those 3, I think of that first Angels tour in 06, when we first see the Adventure and we see not a brown Gibson that Tom's playing. Like, for me, that was, as soon as my friend's like, yo, the freaking, the new music videos that you got to watch it, and I clicked it. Like, as soon as I saw him holding that, I had to stop it and pause it for a second and be like, wait, what is that? It's just a different color, but like, it, for me, that symbolizes what, like, a new era of Tom. It really was. And then what it became after, right? Like, I mean, yeah, it was nice and clean and didn't have any of the burn marks like that it did then. And then once, Blink reunited back the first time in 09, and it coming back on, back on tour with them, and then the burning, and then, the relicking and all that stuff. Like, it was just such a cool thing.
Which, by the way, don't believe his post. All the relicking was done by Doug, not Tom. Like, he may have done little things, but Doug did all of that relicking.
I think all of the splatter ones that Tom still has was all done by Doug. All of the
other than the blue one.
Yeah. Well, even the blue with the orange, the blue with the orange Doug did as well, because he posted pictures of him doing it. But that, again, that's, for me, that's what it symbolized. Like, the natural one was, from my understanding, a few people in Tom's camp, that's their favorite. That was Tom's, I think, favorite go-to. That was Doug's go-to. That was, like, I think their favorite. But it would definitely be those 3. Honorable mention for me would be one of the splatters, whether it's the white with the black, the black with the blue, or even, honestly, the Kiss and Tell. I think the Kiss and Tell one doesn't get as much love as the other ones. I personally really, really like it. Just like Brian, I'm a huge sucker for a white guitar, and I know it's spray painted white. I get it, but still, I really like the the Kiss and Tell one.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say so people know that I'm not like fully siding with the things he has. My favorite splatter one's the black one with the orange that's gone now and became one of those Ava ones that has all the stripes and schemes on it, and I love that guitar, and it's forever gone.
Yeah, and when I even before that, it was the Blink Smiley one, and I loved that when I saw that, because before it was the guitar that you had personally with the Ava on it, like this one having that Blink smiley face. It was super cool, but yeah, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, right? Like any of those guitars that I said would be absolutely just a thrill and an honor to have, but those black stripe ones, I'm telling you, those, I don't even care. Out of the three, I mean, the white would be the highest for me, but I wouldn't even care. So taking those out of consideration, because, you know, when I was talking to people in Tom's camp about this specific thing, you know, it was said that he just has a lot of guitars. So the other hypothetical game then, Brian, is if everything that you saw that he had or he has on that rack, if it's theoretically up for sale to make room, what would your go-to be? That it doesn't have to be a Gibson, or it could still be the Gibson. What would you pick?
It would all still be the same, other than the white Strat. I mean, I feel like my holy grail of Blink, for some reason, even though my favorite is the Untitled era, is the Rock Show video, just because I have that memory from my 8th grade dance with the pink bass and the white Strat, and like, so if it wasn't the white Strat, like, I don't really care about the other ones. Like, I would rather go for the Gibson.
Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm with you on it. I think for me it would still be the Gibsons. They're I don't know.
Yeah, and the green Strat is cool. I mean, and I get how iconic it is, but like if I was the green Strat or the Gibsons, like it's not the green Strat from the videos, so it's like I want the Gibsons myself.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, no idea what's going to happen with it. I mean, we know that if it does happen, it could just happen, pop up like that, or it could take a while. It could be after the tour. It could be not at all. Don't know.
Very, very expensive, at least 5 figures per guitar. So if you're over here thinking $5K, it's not going to be that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know that they've gotten quite a few, because I mean, people give a message to us with the offers that they put in, and it's a bit, but you know, the big thing is don't keep messaging. Just be patient. If it does happen, it's going to happen. It's not going to be because people are messaging them about it. I will say that. So really be patient, and you'll start, I think, seeing something come up if as long as Tom's still in it after he wants to sell them. So,
but you never know. Crazy. And there's been things that, like that Reverb sale, that was like over a year in the making. So just
that's so true. I forgot. Yeah, that's true. That was a whole year in the making, and it was supposed to have a few more people. We're not going to get into what was supposed to be in there, but there was talks that there was going to be a few guitars that were supposed to be in that.
So like
it's stuff come.
You could make this whole video, get everybody excited. Ooh, Gibsons are coming, and then watch 2 years from now, we're going to be like, well, he still has all his Gibsons, and nothing happened. I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah. It's just, as soon as he posted that, it was like, well, maybe we're closer than we thought. But again, just be patient if for anything else, right? Like, if he decides to do it, it's going to be his decision, and then you'll see it immediately, because I think Tom likes to act pretty quick on stuff. So, but still, again, unreal seeing that come up. I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't, especially that specific one. So, anything else that you wanted to add, Brian, before we end it off?
No, just I hope you enjoyed our video about nothing. I mean, we don't really have information, and
it was just more of a discussion
about it like before we started recording. He doesn't know anything like extra. Like there's nothing that you're sharing. Like we know nothing.
No, we're not. We're just gatekeeper or anything. It's just as soon as it comes out, if we do hear, I'll let you know.
That Tom was told to pull that post down. That was
like immediately.
Oh, we know.
Not a lot of it was just, I think, again, spur of the moment kind of thing. But if it is something that's coming up that they're going to be doing, then if we hear it before and we're allowed to share, then we'll definitely share it, because I know there's quite a few people that are waiting for this to happen. So, but yeah, again, yeah, thanks guys for listening to us ramble about. Yeah, Brian said nothing, but we still want to make a discussion video because we've been getting more messages after that than we have in a long time. So, yeah, it just shows that you guys are interested more than anything.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys.
Pull out your wall.
All right. Save the money. Okay, guys. We will see you in the next video.
Bye.